Hey YouTube, it's me, Lady T.
And it's Robin Eve. And we are just coming with our weekly review on the Housewives of Atlanta. Now, we didn't view one last week because it was a pretty boring episode. And we're not going to do a review of Mob Wives this week either because it was pretty boring. Or not even boring, but the episode was Renee screaming. And
I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to watch it.
And she didn't see it, but it's really nothing to watch unless you want to see Renee screaming and crying and having panic attacks and throwing up the whole episode. So with the Housewives. So what happened on Sunday's episode, it was the, what was it? A dedication?
I thought it was called a christening, but it's a dedication. Okay, yeah. When you give a child back to God.
Yes, for Aiden, which is Phaedra and Apollo's son, and that was pretty much the basis of the episode. And also, wasn't something with Nene? And her son? Oh yeah, and the topic of pretty much the son, Nene's son, pretty much going back and forth between, not that son, the baby son.
What about him?
Not nothing about him, but just, how he was opening up to the fact of them completely getting a divorce and him going from house to house. And it was the big confrontation between Kim and Cynthia, because this was the first time that Cynthia has seen Kim since the Africa trip. Now, honestly, that seems to be the most the topic of that episode, because with Phaedra's over the top dedication.
Look, I don't knock nobody. I don't do for their baby.
Exactly.
If you got it, then you got it. If you don't, then because I ain't got it. Yeah. And none of my three babies having any kind of dedication like that. It'll be me taking them to somebody's backyard swimming pool and dipping them in and then giving them back to God that way.
Are you kidding?
Not drowning them, but
I didn't say drowning them. I mean, someone's backyard pool?
Yes. First of all, my kids are too big for one to be getting toted on anybody's shoulder. Two, no, that was the birthday. They had 20 cakes.
Yeah, but even the birthday party had like 12. It was 12 cakes.
I always hear people say, you have your first child, you go above and beyond. I kind of did, well, what Walgreens paycheck allowed me to do at the time. But I did for my first one.
Now, I said when I had a child, I really don't think they're going to have any birthday parties. Maybe a little, I'll get a little cake and let them smash their hands in the cake. But honestly, they're not going to have birthday parties. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to let them
have one cake for the guests and then one cake for baby to terrorize. We have one cake.
I'm just saying that I just feel like the 1-year-old's not going to remember this birthday party. Get a little cake, get some pictures, and get him some gifts, and move on. Who has friends at 1 year old? Nobody. So
poor Apollo, he just going with the flow. He don't know what's going on. He just looking like, well, hey, she bring home the baby. Yeah, I might as well.
Exactly.
With his fine self. Anyway.
So, yeah, like I said, with Phaedra, I love her. I just like how you just would never see nobody do anything like that. So I think that's what I like about her, because she really beats to her own drum, and she doesn't care what anybody says. Now, I did find it interesting that nobody came to the dedication, really, but Cynthia, and Kim came afterwards. Like, I feel like if I was going to be that late, I wouldn't have showed up. I would have not came. I mean, she sat down for all 2 seconds and left. And then she decides to, she ignored Cynthia the whole time they're at the table. Like, it was very awkward. Like, Cynthia kept trying to talk to her. She was kind of like standoffish. And then Croy didn't even speak at all. And then even when didn't Peter try to say something to Croy? And he didn't even answer him.
Peter got up and said, he didn't want to sit at the table or something like that with somebody who was going to talk to him.
Yeah, because he was saying, you have a handsome son. And they were like, they didn't even look at his
I like Peter because Peter's the real.
He's real. He is.
I like Peter.
I found it very funny that Kim says Croy is upset at Peter for what happened at the little shindig that they had, but you spoke to Apollo, and I feel like Apollo escalated that whole incident at that party. Like, he didn't have to approach Peter at all about the situation at that time. Peter did nothing but respond to him. So I just felt like it was really weird that it was kind of like all on Peter, like he escalated this thing, or he may have escalated, but like he started it, but you forgave Apollo. But anyway, so when they go outside, Kim goes over and finally wants to speak to Cynthia and ask her about the black baby. This is my thing, okay? If you know you would hold a black baby, if it's not that big of a deal, you know you're not a racist person, why do you feel the need to keep beating it in the ground like a dead horse? Like, you keep talking about it, you keep wanting to get clarification. Clearly, Cynthia said it. Why does she need to explain herself? I think that's self-explanatory. Like, and I don't think she meant it in a racist way. I think she just meant period. Like, they cannot see you outside in the hot sun, sweating, in this orphanage, holding the African babies and playing with them. Like, I don't really think she was thinking racist in her head. Like, did you feel like she was being racist?
No, not at all.
You know, and then I just felt like if me and you are not friends and we're not cool, I know this whole thing about, oh, you know, if you gotta say something to me, say it to my face. If I'm not cool with you, of course I'm gonna talk behind your back because we're not friends. What do I look like to go up to you and say something to you and I don't like you? You know, I'm not, now there's a difference now, remind you, there's a difference between being fake and being friends with someone but you're really talking behind their back and someone knowing you don't like them and you making a comment, or like it was a general conversation. It wasn't like Cynthia brought Kim in the conversation. Sheree and Candy brought Kim in the conversation. She just commented. So it wasn't a thing like she was just speaking about Kim and, you know, talking about it the whole time. No, it was a general conversation. It was said and they didn't speak any more about it. So I thought it was very funny that when Kim finally does approach Cynthia about the situation, Cynthia, she kind of mumbled, like she didn't stick up to it. Because at first she was like, this is not the time or the place. But then she went into it. Cynthia, you should have stuck your ground. When you told her this is not the time or place to speak about this, you should have walked away. And you should have said, if you want to talk about this, we can go to dinner and we can have the conversation. I can come to your house. You can come to my house. We can meet somewhere. Like, you let her kind of back you down into explaining yourself. Then you stuttered. And you were like, you weren't for sure. Like, I'm telling you, anytime someone is saying something and they're stuttering among the words, I really feel like they're scared. Or, you know, however you want to. What are you writing, honey?
Oh, good.
But I feel like you're kind of scared in a sense. Like, what do you should be for sure. Like, with Candy was so verbatim about what she said and, you know, loud with it. Not even loud, but she was clear about what she said. And I felt like Cynthia was like, well, you know, no, well, honestly, I really don't know what I said. And my thing is, okay, well, first, that shows how relevant it was that she doesn't even remember what she said. But, I mean, stick by what you believe in. You believe that wasn't the time or place, you should have walked away. You should have told her, if you want to speak to me like an adult, you could have called me a long time ago to speak about this. But either way it goes, Kim, be more secure, okay? If you know you're not racist and you know you would hold a black baby, what need is there to get clarification if she said it or not? Is what I say to it. What do you feel?
They're all a bunch of punks.
Why do you feel that?
Well, not all of them, but I think Cynthia is. I think Cynthia is probably the head punk. I like Cynthia, so there's nothing against her, but I just feel like she really needs to use that height to her advantage some kind of way and start kicking somebody's head off the shoulders. I don't get it. I just don't get it. If you said it, you said it. Clearly you said it. But how you let Kim walk up on you in the parking lot and then like, Robert, you just stuttering. Well, I mean, like you wouldn't even admit that you said it. I don't get it.
It was crazy. So in the end, she pretty much admitted to her. She did the womanly thing and she apologized for her comment, and that was the end of it. But let's just see how much, you know, Kim gets over that. Honestly, to be honest with you guys, the scenes were just Kim in it. I fast forward. I think she's like, I'm so ready for her to be off the show. Like, I don't know if she's going to come back after this.
Got her man. Got her young tenderoni.
She hoping she could be like Bethany.
Got her baby.
She got another baby.
And leasing her house because they ain't buying it. That was revealed, I think, last episode, the episode before.
You know she's pregnant again, right?
Who, Kim?
Yeah.
With who?
What do you mean with who?
Are you joking?
Yeah, she's pregnant again.
Are you serious?
Yes, guys, if you didn't know, Kim is pregnant again.
Ain't you still bleeding?
I mean, really though, Tootie. I mean, Lady T. She is...
She's me.
She's pregnant again, and that's kind of sick. But I mean, is it nasty? I don't know. I've never had kids. I don't know. Is it nasty to be pregnant and your baby's not even born yet?
I don't want to hurt. I mean, I don't know how many our subscribers are. You know, people watching this video or going to watch this video. I personally have a problem with. Not a problem. I just think it's kind of nasty when a woman has a baby and goes back for her 6-week checkup and she's pregnant again. I find that a little grotesque. But I mean, I don't think, you know, having babies.
Are you? Oh God, maybe I shouldn't say this on camera. Are you still like sutured up or something? Bleeding?
It depends on the woman. I mean, some women bleed for 2 weeks, some women bleed for 4. I just think that's the most embarrassing. I think it's more embarrassing. You go for a 6-week checkup to get on birth control, and the doctor goes, no birth control for you. You're like, why? Because you're pregnant again.
Well, guys, so anyways, that is our little review on Housewives, and we'll be back next week with a review on Mob Wives, because it seems like we're going to actually get some sense into why Renee is screaming and hollering.
Actually,
like
I read up on it, but I'll wait until everybody sees the episode. But I actually read on it a couple months ago.
Yeah, and I followed them on Twitter, so she kind of went on a Twitter rampage. But anyways, and thank you to our new subscribers.
Yes, thank you. And
love new followers on Twitter. Thank you, guys.
Oh, do you have new followers on Twitter?
Yes.
What does I do?
I don't know, but yes, I have new followers
like 2 people I think I see
on Twitter. So thank you guys.
And I want to apologize for my lack of looking tasteful. I'm not feeling well. I've worked all day and I have not been home for about 2 seconds, and it's 11:13 p.m. and we're at Robin Eve's house. So I think we're going to start shooting these videos at my house.
There's not like excuses to me, because last week, guys, I was in the hospital and I had a sutured foot. I could not walk, but I was still doing the videos.
Let me ask y'all something.
Oh my God.
My thing is, we do these videos at Robin Eve's house.
Well, sorry guys, we were getting into an argument. But anyways, we will be back later on this week with some more videos. Any ideas, once again, please inbox us, and you know, we'll try to do it. And we're also going to start doing hot topics, which we did our first one on race in the media. So if you have any ideas as far as that goes, I mean, any hot topics or any you know, debates you want to see us do.
Anything you want to ask, just inbox us, send us a comment. We love a good debate. We love a good discussion, and you know, yeah. And I mean, anything, we don't care. We're open. So y'all have a blessed evening or morning, and goodbye, YouTube.
Bye,
Until next time. Mwah.